What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Flex back with another video. Hey, Lanny. Everything you need to know about me is in the link down below, man. Today we got new futures in Madden 27 franchise. We did do a full gameplay of Madden yesterday. But now we're gonna see. I think this is a different channel, I think. But now we're gonna do new futures in Madden 27 franchise. I think half of the trailer was about Madden 27 franchise, but we're gonna see what this is talking about, bro. And everything you know about me is in the link down below. My Twitch, TikTok, all that's in the link down below. And let's get into the video. Atlantic.
Talked about the full EA Sports opening drive reveal, College Football 27 Dynasty, Road to Glory, and the gameplay changes for both games. Now it's time to give Madden 27 some special attention because franchise mode actually got a lot of attention this year. This might be one of the more interesting Madden franchise updates we've gotten in a while because EA is not just talking about adding a few extra screens or changing the way contracts look. The whole pitch this year is that franchise is supposed to feel more alive. They kept saying you're not just managing a spreadsheet anymore, you're managing people. And that is exactly what Madden franchise has needed for years. Franchise has always had the foundation. You draft players, sign free agents, make trades, manage contracts, play games, and try to win a Super Bowl. But the problem is that after a while, a lot of it can start to feel lifeless. Players don't always feel like real people. Teams don't always feel like they're reacting to what's happening. The league doesn't always feel like it has storylines unless you create them in your head. So if Madden 27 is
the instrument on the background
actually trying to make franchise feel like a living league, that could be a big deal. Real quick, if you haven't already, make sure you like this video and subscribe and turn on those notifications so you stay updated on all things college football and Madden related. The biggest new feature for Madden 27 franchise is the Persona engine. That is the feature name that EA kept coming back to, and the idea is that every player can now have motivations, emotions, and behaviors that evolve over time. Basically, players are supposed to think more like people and less like ratings on a roster screen. Now, I'm always careful with wording like that.
You gotta actually be like a it's gonna be like you're actually like a GM.
Sounds great in a presentation, but we need to see how it actually works in a full franchise save. But it does sound like the concept is exactly what the mode needs. The Persona engine is built around Persona DNA, which are traits that affect things like your player attitude, contract negotiations, roster demands, and how players react to what you're doing as a team. So instead of every player handling every situation the same way, different players should care about different things. That matters because the NFL is not just about assembling the highest overall roster. You have a lot of different personalities and types of players on one roster.
I can't wait for I can't wait for college. I'm gonna get it, but I don't know. I just feel like college is gonna be good, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Can't wait for Madden too, bro. But I don't know. I just got a feeling about college, bro.
7 actually represents some of that. Franchise can feel way more realistic. Building a roster, drafting players, and trading for a star is fun. But what happens after that? How does your locker room react? What happens to the player you replace? How does the salary cap change your future? Does your team feel pressure to win now, or how does the rest of the league react to the move? That is where franchise can become way more interesting. The new weekly hub and emergent actions are supposed to help with that. EA described it like franchise reacting in real time through a modern sports media style experience. So
what that say? Trade accept.
To help with that, EA described it like franchise reacting in real time through a modern sports media style experience. So instead of everything being buried in menus, storylines, personnel issues, breaking news, and league reactions should come to you during the week. That is a good idea because when you load into your league, it should not just feel like you're staring at a menu waiting to play the next game. It should feel like the league is moving, players are reacting, teams are making decisions, media is talking.
Did you know you can AFK Bloods and Zaya whilst learning to code in Python? Go to boot.dev. We've known our students.
Trade rumors are happening. Contract situations are developing. If you start the season hot and your quarterback is playing at an MVP level, the league should notice that. If you make a major trade, the league should react. If you go all in for a star pass rusher, that should change more than just your depth chart. Your locker room might react. Your former starter might be unhappy. Your future cap might tighten. Other teams might respond. This is what makes a league feel alive, and that is probably the most important part of this entire franchise update. EA said there are no scripts and no two leagues should play out the same. That is what franchise players want to hear. Because scripted moments can be cool once, but after you see them multiple times, they get old. What franchise needs is dynamic storylines that happen because of what you and the other teams are actually doing. Now, the biggest example that they showed was interactive negotiations. This is one of the features that can either be really cool or potentially annoying depending on how often it happens and how deep it is. But the idea is that contract negotiations are not just offer this amount, wait for a yes or no. Now you're actually having a time negotiation where you balance the player's patience, interests, needs, and persona DNA. That sounds way more involved. The player might want more money guaranteed. He might want a contract extension, or he might care about security, value, respect, role.
Like the people that's doing franchise is gonna be like paying attention to this shit a lot, like literally.
Or whatever else his persona DNA is telling you. And during the negotiation, you can choose how to respond. You can hold firm, you can increase the bonus, you can try to convince the player the number works. You can decide how aggressive or flexible you want to be. That makes contract negotiations feel more like an actual decision. Contracts have been one of the most requested areas for Madden franchise to improve. In real NFL team building, contracts are everything. Guaranteed money, no trade clauses, incentives, and tags matter. A team can be loaded with talent, but if the contracts are messed up, everything falls apart. So Madden adding more negotiation depth is a good sign. EA also confirmed holdouts, incentives, no trade clauses, and trade demands. Those are huge because those are the exact type of things that make NFL roster management feel real. A player holding out changes your whole offseason. A star demanding a trade can completely shift your team direction. A no trade clause changes what you can do with a veteran. Incentives make contracts more interesting. These are not just small features. These are things that can create actual franchise storylines. And the thing I like about this is that it gives franchise more consequences. If you underpay a player, maybe he pushes back. If you ignore a star's role, maybe he gets unhappy. If you keep winning, expectations rise, and if you lose, people start questioning the direction. That is how a franchise mode should work. Now, one concern I do have is that I hope these systems do not become too repetitive. If every single week there's some random player drama, it could get annoying. I don't want franchise to turn into a mode where I'm constantly putting out fake fires just because the game wants me to click through events. But if the events feel connected to what is actually happening in the league,
you might already be playing the game a whole 2 months before,
then I'm all for it. There's a difference between random drama and believable football situations. A quarterback having a contract issue after an MVP season makes sense. A receiver wanting more targets after being ignored for 6 weeks makes sense. That is the kind of stuff that makes the mode better. EA also said you can delegate emergent actions or negotiations to your staff. I actually think that is important because not everybody wants to manually handle every single situation. Some people want full control. Some people want to focus more on games, drafts, or team building. Giving players the option to delegate is a good thing, but the key is that every decision still has consequences. So even if you let your staff handle it, you have to live with what happens. Speaking of staff, Madden 27 is adding real-life coordinators in the franchise. You'll see them on the sideline and in the booth, and there's supposed to be more depth to the coach DNA systems. Coordinators, scheme, and development matter. If you have a great offensive coordinator, your offense should feel different.
That was the opener. Okay.
If you have a defensive coach who fits your players, that should matter. If your coordinator leaves for a head coaching job, that should affect the team. Now, I don't know how deep real-life coordinators will be at launch, but adding them is a step toward making franchise feel more authentic. EA also listed a bunch of other franchise additions tied in a persona engine and league management. Coach mode is one of the new exciting features that was added. Weekly recap and halftime show segments are also getting more depth. And there's also an exclusive archetype for players who continue their career from College Dynasty to Madden franchise. Speaking of, the College Dynasty to Madden franchise connection is also interesting. EA is clearly pushing this connected football journey where you can go from college to the NFL. We already talked about Road to Glory connecting in a superstar, but now they also mentioned an exclusive archetype for players who continue their career from College Dynasty to Madden. That could be really cool if it means your college players or draft classes have more personality when they enter Madden.
Come on, oh hell no. Oh hell no.
That could be really cool if it means your college players or draft classes
Yeah, we definitely taking that up. Yeah, we gonna try it. Excuse me. But come on, bro. Oh freak no.
More personality when
hell no.
They enter Madden. I don't want to overstate it until we
yellow, bro. Like come on, bro.
See how it actually works. But any connection between college football and Madden is worth watching. Now, the biggest question with all of this is whether franchise will actually feel different after 5 or 10 seasons. That's always going to be the test.
Bro.
A lot of sports games add new systems that feel cool in year 1, but once you get a deep dive into a save, the cracks start showing. CPU systems start making smart decisions. Contracts get weird. Players don't develop right. The draft becomes too unpredictable and unrealistic. The cap becomes messy, and then the league stops feeling believable. So for Madden 27, the Persona engine needs to hold up long term. If everything works, this could be one of the biggest franchise improvements in years. But if the Persona engine ends up being mostly presentation with a few small decisions sprinkled in, then people are going to be disappointed. Franchise players have been waiting a long time for this mode to feel truly alive, so EA has to deliver more than just nice wording. What I do like is that it seems like the second year of a bigger multi-year plan. EA said Madden is part of a deeper investment in franchise, and if they are really building this over multiple years, that is good. Franchise modes usually need long-term attention. You can't fix everything in one cycle, but you can make a strong step. And from what they showed, this looks like a serious step. So overall, Madden 27 franchise looks like it might be the most alive the mode has felt in years. The Persona engine is the headline, but the real value is in everything connected to it. Player emotions, motivation.
I'm paying attention. I promise you I'm paying attention.
Persona DNA, weekly storylines, interactive negotiations, trade demands, holdouts, no trade clauses, incentives, restricted free agents, tags, real coordinators, coach DNA, and a league that is supposed to react to what you do. That's a lot for one mode, but now we just have to see if it all works. For now, I'm interested. I'm not fully sold yet, but I'm definitely paying attention. And I want to know what y'all think. Is the Persona engine enough to make Madden 27 franchise feel different? And what feature sounds the biggest to you? Trade demands, holdouts, interactive negotiations, real coordinators, franchise tags, or the new weekly hub? Make sure y'all let me know down in the comments below. But as always though, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll catch y'all later.
After a huge new order was placed, we switched to
That's good. Franchise. I ain't gonna. They put a lot into franchise. You can see, but all right, man. It's your boy. That was that video, man. If you like that video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. It's your boy Flex Money, and I'm out. Peace. On BZ, and my shirt is wild.